Happy birthday. What's going on, Libra? No. I have not went anywhere. I'm right here. Like, dang. Get down in them comments and tell me what you doing, cause y'all know ain't nothing changed. I'm nosy. I am. I'ma show y'all. I feel like y'all real eager. Like I have not changed. Before I start out, I am NiambiShele. I am a tarot reader and a spiritual teacher. I also study planetary alignment to help those that are led to me understand the energies that we're in. I am going to show off. Yes, I'm gonna show off one of my birthday gifts from one of my subscribers. This came from Calais. Thank you, Calais. She is always showing out for your girl, okay? This is my birthday gift. For those of you who do not know, I am a Libra, and yes, this is my birthday month. This is my birthday month, okay? I'm gonna keep it real, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I celebrate every day of the month except for um Halloween. And what do I celebrate on Halloween? Halloween. If you are under the age of 18, back out. If you are offended easily, go ahead and back out. Yes, this is one of the decks that Canberra got your girl. Calais got your girl. Calais is one of my A1s from day one. If for any reason you would like to purchase something from my Amazon wish list or for the channel, visit the link in the description box. So what I came to talk about today, my love, I came to talk about this Libra solar eclipse that's happening on October 14th. All right, it will be at 1:54 p.m. Eastern time. All right, this is a ring of fire solar eclipse. I study planetary alignments to help those to understand the energies that we're in. And this solar eclipse is actually life-changing. Like I said, this is a ring of fire solar eclipse. We will not have another ring of fire solar eclipse until 2039. So what this energy is about is a reset, right? We're dealing with a micro moon, and that energy is allowing us or making us devoid of emotions, right? It is activating faded change. Okay, it is shining the light on our shadow. I'm gonna get to a little bit of this deck, which is all majors and oracle mixed. Okay, so I'm gonna get a pre-shuffle really quickly to see what we get right here. Like I said, that ring of fire solar eclipse ruled by Libra is bringing a light, shining a light behind the shadow, right? This is the first solar eclipse, Libra solar eclipse, since 2005. It is actually dealing with the South Node in Libra and the North Node in Aries. As you know, South Node is past karmic cycles and North Node is your true mission. We literally have the High Priestess coming out first. This deck only includes our majors and oracle, okay? Hey there. Hey. We got the High Priestess. For those of you who will be watching this later and not watching this live as I'm filming, I am speaking to those that are in the chat. You got the High Priestess, and this is something that this is something where you need to ask yourself, what have you been covering your eyes about? What have you pushed away? The choices that you made that you don't really want to acknowledge right now. I feel like you think that you were wrong, felt like you were the bad guy, but I need you to go easy on yourself at this time. With that High Priestess, this is something that you are aware of. This energy is actually like, yeah, I did that. I did. Yep, that happened, but it's okay. I'm making another decision now. This card that came up is honesty, right? That's the word on that card, honesty. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I made that decision. Yeah, that was my fucking choice. I sure did. And it's okay. Clear message, divine. This energy and this solar eclipse is about resetting relationships. This is about I'm sorry, it's about collaborating, partnerships, um connections, but it's also about comparisons and how you are in your emotions, right? It's This is time to allow the unknown. This is something that you consciously need to let go of because it's not helping you. This thing brings you out of balance. Okay, whatever this is that you're dealing with, it brings you out of balance. So you know internally that you need to let it go, but you're holding on to it for your own shadow, um, for your own shadow. What's the word? I'm looking for a word. Give me that word, divine. For benefits of shadow, right? So we literally have the high priestess, honesty, and dream travel. Okay, so it's asking you to go more into your subconscious, go more into what it is you want as a dream actually happening for you, how heaven can actually be here on earth. What is it that you actually want without considering someone else? Okay, what do I want without considering someone else? This eclipse is going to bring up those emotions, but this ring of fire where we have this micro moon, okay, that was the pre-shuffle, that's what we got thus far. This micro moon hovering, being hovered by the sun, is burning away emotion. Okay, I am going to use one of my other new decks. I would like you to ask yourself, what have you chosen since 2005? Because that was the last time we experienced a ring of fire solar eclipse in Libra. I want you to figure out what were the things that you have chosen since 2005. Give yourself grace for what you have chosen. There is no wrong decisions, no wrong choices or mistakes when it comes to spirituality. This is something, like I said, that you consciously need to let go of because it's not helping you. And whatever this thing is, it brings you out of balance. So it can be a work situation, it can be a partnership, it can be any of those collaborations, connections that bring you out of balance. That's what the eclipse is going to do for you. You literally got the Ace of Wands as an overall energy. This brings up for me that Mars in Scorpio, where it just fired up energy, ready to go. Okay. That Ace of Wands is that fired up energy, that ready to go, ready to do something new, ready to. But I would like to warn you with Mars in Scorpio. Mars in Scorpio is the manipulator. It can be the brat. It can be competition at all costs, comparing yourself to others. I'm asking now, just as a good bit of advice, allow the unknown, right? Because with this solar eclipse, you will be triggered. Now what I want you to do with that trigger, because that's what the eclipse is doing. The sun is triggering the moon. Okay, it's the best way I could describe it right now for the energies that I feel. This is just something that I feel and is resonating with me. You'll be triggered, but what I want you to do is take that trigger and pull it. Okay, take that motherfucking trigger and pull it. We are meant to alchemize this energy, transform the trigger into your catapult. Okay, something that is, because it's also happening in several different areas of your life with that the yacht that we're experiencing with the outer planets, Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus. All right. And don't quote me on those three, but I believe those are the three planets that are putting us in a feeling of confusion, feeling like we can't move forward, feeling like we're stagnated, giving us a real emotional stance on these things. We literally have the Five of Swords, and that's the feeling that I get. It's like an unease. The Five of Swords is about battling with self or battling small battles, not paying attention to the big picture, not understanding that there is a big picture. It's not just about what the fuck happened yesterday. That's small. What is going on? What happened last week? That's small. The big picture is, what is my life turning out to be? What is it that I want in my life? Is it love? Is it abundance? Is it money? Is it partnerships? Right? The universe needs you to see something, right? So that Libra in, that Venus in Virgo is take inventory, right? We're specifically supposed to be taking inventory, taking a practical look at what it is that we have going on. Here we go with the Six of Pentacles, right? It's almost forcing you, like a literal force, like a literal taking your arm and a spiritual arm twisting right here. It's like the universe is going to make you pick who is giving you the same way you are giving them. And if that does not happen, you'll continue to see tower after tower. And if it's not necessarily something as big as a tower, you'll continue to see arguments. You'll continue to be frustrated. You'll continue to be triggered. So this is what the universe is asking for. Make sure that we are equally giving to the person, the people, the entities that we share our energy with. Libra is the only we sign. Check in your chart to see where your Libra is. That can give you a big it can give you a big insight on what you're actually working on. I also offer birth chart readings. They are in my link tree as well. But when we're in that season of whatever particular zodiac, we get heavy energy from that zodiac. I've said that before, where we take on that zodiac's energy, and we don't really know it. And it's because the sun is moving through that particular sign. All right, next card to come out is the Seven of Cups, right? In the moment that you make the decisions to choose yourself before giving, right? You actually end up getting multiple choices because you've taken your mind off of that one choice that wasn't necessarily benefiting, right? It may have put a band-aid on some things. It may have, let's say, for instance, it stopped you from being lonely. It stopped you from being without intimacy. It stopped you from being broke, right? And like I said, we're talking about people, places, and things, jobs, partners, friendships, family. It stopped you from feeling alone, right? But it's the moment you allow that one particular thing to dissipate, that is not pouring equally into you, then you realize the choices, you realize the options, you realize what has actually happening. What has actually been happening the whole time is that you've been choosing one thing that was not for your highest good, right? So if I was to read this story flat out, it is the Five of Swords. You've been fighting self, also even manipulating self to think that everything is okay, but currently you should be in the energy of making sure that you're giving and receiving. If you're not receiving, pull back. And once you pull back, you'll understand that you will receive that option. You'll see that option. You'll be able to, the option will be, I feel like, illuminated for you. Clear message, divine. And then we have the Eight of Swords. And this is a past a past energy with all of these thoughts in the mind. This looks like our seven planets in when we had the seven planets in retrograde. It's like the mind was all over the place because we didn't really understand that we how hard we were supposed to be pulling back, how hard we were supposed to be retrograding. So we were still going forward, and in reality, we were supposed to be stepping back. So there is lots and lots of thoughts, a feeling of being stuck, a feeling of stagnancy, right? And I feel like that'll be easing up a little bit going forward because we just got over that, just went through that full moon. I believe that was in Aries. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it was a charging up of the energies. You may not feel it right now, but it should be coming through for you. Just energy, right? I want you guys to know that I am on TikTok daily at 2 a.m. Eastern. That's 2 a.m. Eastern on TikTok. As I stated, I have not gone anywhere. I'm still reading, have been reading every single day since you guys have not seen me over here on YouTube. I have put the link in the bio because I do have clones over there. All right, so I want you to understand. I would visit right from the link in the description. I think I said bio. I will visit right from the link in the description. Clear message on this current situation. Clear message on this current situation. Yes, so while I'm trying to do a reading, right? I be trying to just be nice. I be trying to be good, right? And then here come Hermit ass. Here come Hermit ass. Cause Hermit like really don't be playing. You know what I'm saying? Like the energy of Hermit, when Hermit comes out, there is something to be fucking said about Hermit. I swear to you, when I said it in the beginning, I was like, I ain't gonna go off. I ain't gonna do all that. But god damn it, here come Hermit. And Hermit, on top of the Six of Pentacles, is now you need to, like I said, higher thinking, right? You need to go so far back and away and higher than motherfuckers that you see what's coming your way. Yes, the Hermit is at the top of the mountain. Everybody can't make it to the top of the mountain. The Hermit is at the top of the mountain. Everybody can't get to the top of the mountain, right? So those who choose to come up, those who choose to climb, those who choose to think higher have made the decision to do so. Okay? So what does that say? What does these two cards say on top of each other? You need to think of a higher perspective of why you're not getting exactly what it is that you need. Because is it because of your big giving? Is it because you're giving to those that have a disposable cup? Is it because you're giving to those that could give less than a fuck at work, right? You're like, you have to understand, are you giving more of yourself? I have a student, and I always ask my students if I can share this. And she says they're in a group chat at work, and they call her on her off day. She's on vacation for her birthday, and they call her on her off days and talk about work. And she's like, no, I am disconnected. I'm not talking about work. I'm not going to talk about work. If you guys want to talk about work when I'm off work, take me out the chat. And that is a universal law of picking self. I'm disconnecting, right? And so whatever it is that you need to disconnect from at this time, it's just a great idea to do so. And right on top of the choices card, we have the decision making. So we go from a bunch of choices to making a decision of these choices. Balancing, picking more than one, right? Picking more options. I feel like with that message coming out as the last card is also bringing up how you've heard that this person was a twin flame. You felt that this opportunity was just for you. You felt that this place of that you go to with these friends or family, that it was you. It was meant for you. It's your tribe, right? And then now that it does not work out exactly the way that you felt that it should, you are now asking yourself, well, wait a minute, because you've heard these things like that's your twin flame, that's your fate, that you're being mirrored, right? So now you're asking yourself, am I being mirrored? Or is this particular thing projecting on me? Because I feel violated when I hear things like that, when I see things like that, when people operate in those type of ways. Am I being mirrored right here? Am I calling these things into me, or is this projecting? Right. And so what I want to say in all honesty is you have to understand sometimes you're looking in a cracked mirror. Sometimes you were being mirrored by that person at a particular time in your life. You brought that person in as a mirror in order to learn a lesson. You were a twin flame at a particular time, right? But somewhere, somehow, the flame fizzled out on one end, right? So what you're looking at now, even though you're trying to hold on to it, you're looking into a cracked mirror. You're looking in, you're trying to ignite a burned out flame. You're trying to stay faded with something that needs to change. Like I said, anything that triggers you, what is your spirit? Your spirit is the way that you feel. What is your feeling? How you manifest. Literally have the Six of Wands here. Saying instead of this Five of Swords, manipulating yourself, instead of this Eight of Swords, thinking that you're stuck, thinking that you're stuck, realize you can be victorious in this situation. That's what the Six of Wands is, and that's what the Six of Wands calls for. It actually calls for, Six of Wands calls for you to be on that horse by yourself. There's no, I've never seen two people ride a horse, or steer a horse, shall I say. Okay, so this is meant for you to be on that horse by yourself right now, experiencing this victory alone, with those who can also cheer you on. Can you take these people in the room with you when you succeed? This eclipse is also dealing with a deep-seated fear. Okay. Exactly. This is like literally what the fuck I just said. Okay. I literally just said this. This is about individuality. That is the Aquarius card. Aquarius is about individuality, being comfortable in your own skin, moving along, making those moves that need to be made alone, not necessarily by yourself, but if you have to be by, if you have to be, if I have to go this alone, if I have to go this in agony, correction, if I have to go this in agony, I'd rather go it alone, right? But the Star card is actually, it's almost makes you, right? With the Star card coming out on top of the Six of Pentacles and the Hermit, it almost fucking makes you like, I must be comfortable doing this by myself. Like I said, this eclipse is bringing up a deep-seated fear. It also goes back to how you saw relationships model for you, right? It goes back to, what you watched maybe on television as a kid, what you saw in other families, and what you wanted for yourself. Okay, so and then we have the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is on top of this Seven of Cups, the options, the Two of Swords, the decisions to make from the options, and by your decision, you literally end up becoming the manifester. That's where you end up becoming the manifester. All right, thank you, Divine, for that message. Let me get the afterthought. And I got another deck that I want to share with you guys. It is amazing. A lot of practitioners feel like the Book of Psalms is a book of spells, and so I absolutely love this particular deck. So I'm gonna pull a couple cards, and the Five of Wands wants to come out in reverse with the Ace of Wands, and that's just saying you're no longer fighting yourself, right? You're no longer fighting yourself. The Ace of Wands is okay. It's time to go. And this is almost equivalent to that with that Five of Wands, but I'm not going to pick that. I need an afterthought, and I need it to be clear, Divine. And that's the Three of Wands. And this is adventure. This is moving forward. This is ready, preparing for battle. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. That Three of Wands is my, I got the keys, the keys, the keys. That's the I got the keys card. Like, this reminds me of those that were standing before they took off into the desert, right? Because they didn't know where they were going, right? And you can be, right, you can be in the desert spiritually. You can be in darkness spiritually. You can be in dry places spiritually for 40 years, right? So that's just how I look at that. It's like, this is when they knew that they were free. They were supposed to go, and they were just standing there, right? Wandering around in the wilderness. So you just have to understand that to take that first step, right, from the Three of Wands to the Four of Wands, right, you have to just understand, let's go. Yes, you can ponder, but how long are you going to do that? I was speaking with someone the other day, and they was like, I just want to research about this. I just want to, but I thought about this. I've been knowing that particular person for 10 years, and for 10 years, this person has been talking about the same entrepreneurial venture. How long are you going to learn? How long are you going to research? How long are you going to continue to talk about? For 10 years, you have been talking about the exact same thing. You need to get over the fear, and also give yourself grace for that fear that you've had, but now start to work on it, because fear is also a dark side. Fear is the shadow side. So how do we get over that? All right. Now, this is a deck from one of my followers over on TikTok. And I absolutely love it. So these are Psalms cards. So you will go to the book of Psalm, and I would say pick a card 1, 2, or 3 for you. I'm gonna pick 3 cards. Pick a card 1, 2, or 3 for you, and hopefully that particular card resonates with you. I hope you're able to pick it up spiritually, right? As we know, the spiritual process is daily. We have kind of been taught that, it's once a week. The spiritual process is daily. Can't nobody tell me that they have gotten it all in the spiritual process. Okay, I'm good. I don't need no more. I don't need to learn no more. I don't need to see no more. We learn daily. All right. So if you picked a number 1 through 3, that whoever picked number 1, is 119.05. I'm sorry, 119.105. I do have the book. I do not. I am not going to read from the book in this message, because I want you to actually do the research yourself. Just pull up that Psalm 119, 105. If you pick number 2, it is actually 131 and 2. If you pick number 3, if you pick number 2, it's 131 and 2. If you pick number 3, it is 89 and 45. 89.45. As I said before, Mercury is actually in Libra. The only thing that is in Libra is Mercury, the Sun, and was it Mars? I can't remember what that was, but that Mercury in Libra is bringing up communication from other people. So you may be seeing people come in and wanting to communicate with you. I'm going to suggest not to do this whole constant back and forth on communicating. It's like, it's almost like I said what I said, or because of Mars being in Scorpio, which is a very immature energy. Mars in Scorpio can be very childlike, very immature, win at all costs, compete at all costs. All right, the law of compensation. Give that which you seek. The law of compensation. This is also another deck from one of my followers from TikTok. I love you, girl. I love you. That is Keisha, who purchased that deck. The law of compensation. Just in case Keisha see this. Keisha, thank you, girl. I love this. This is the law of compensation. Give which you seek. If you're seeking something from someone, I'm sorry, if you're seeking something, you have to also give that. If you have been given to a person that is not compensating you, you have to let that go. Okay, we do not have to have compensation in the same ways. Someone might compensate you monetarily, you might compensate them intellectually. So it doesn't have to be the same thing, but you definitely should not feel like you are not getting something that it is that you know that you need in order to feel right, spiritually aligned. Once again, your spirit is the way that you feel. I'm going to read that card because I need to. All right. Give that which you seek. Life is an energy exchange. Each person is compensated in a like manner or how they contribute. There is an identical correlation in the amount of value you give to the value you receive. There is also an equal atonement to the expense of your action. This natural amending mechanism is the process of redemption, bringing balance and order. For example, you reap what you sow, you get back what you give. Money is first created within your mind. You are shifting from seeking to get things from the world to being of service to the world. Your higher self wants you to know that you are valuable beyond measure. By drawing this card, you are ready to claim your worth now. To do this, you must let go of any scarcity mentality. No longer allow doubts to dominate your thoughts. The first step is to live in such faith and conviction that all fear becomes annihilated. Next, you must know your value and be valuable to others. Wealth is coming to you now. Give away whatever you seek without needing it to come back directly from the same source you gave it to. If you seek love, then give love. If you seek money, then give money or value. If you seek energy, give energy via the body. Oh, kind of just said what I said. It don't have to be in the same way. If we have a love question, I'm going to ask you to pick a number 1 through 3. You can think that in your head, or put it in the comment section. That would be a great way to energetically give back to the channel. If you enjoy these messages, feel free to come back. We do have big things in store for the channel. So if you have a love question, 1, 2, or 3. If you pick number 1, I need time. I need time for me. If you pick number 1, I need time for me. If you pick number 2, I'm sorry. Your person may want to say they're sorry, or you are sorry about something. I have so much desire for you. If you pick number 3, this may be you or your person. All right. It has been so real. I absolutely love y'all. I will be back once again. You can catch me on TikTok, 2 a.m. The link is in the description box. I'm going to go over this tarot message really quickly. I hope you enjoyed the other oracle pulls. We got the Ace of Wands and the 3 of Wands. You actually got the gift of the Spirit, so move forward about face, okay? You have the Five of Swords, which is fighting self about something, feeling like you're stuck. But the Six of Wands actually says, no, you're not. You're victorious. Give yourself grace. Okay. The Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. The Hermit card, thinking of the what you're giving. Are you giving to a lower vibrational entity, a lower vibrational person? What are you giving? Are you giving it to a person that can elevate you? Are you giving to a person that you can see the progress of what it is that you're giving? And does that progress benefit you without a feeling of lack at the end of the day? This energy is requiring you to be comfortable in your own skin, to love yourself. You have the Seven of Cups. This is about options, and this is about the decisions that you will make, the proper decision that you will make, which is best for you in order to become the manifester. All right, you guys, it has been real. I absolutely love you. And guess what? I'll be back.